Did you know the internet is running out of space? IPv4 is maxed out and IPv6 is taking over. But here's the catch, your VPN might not be ready for it. Right now, your private data could be slipping through the cracks, exposed to hackers, ISPs, or anyone snooping on your traffic. That's why in this video, we're revealing the best VPNs built to handle IPv6 without breaking a sweat. Let's make sure your privacy stays private. Time to talk about IPv6. I know it sounds like one of those tech terms that nobody really wants to deal with, like setting up a router or explaining Bitcoin to grandma. But trust me, it's important. IPv6 is here to fix the internet's growing pains, but most VPNs, well, they're still stuck in the past. That's bad news because if your VPN isn't ready for IPv6, your privacy could be at risk right now. But don't worry, I've got your back. In this video, I'll break down the best VPNs that are ready for IPv6, how they protect you, and why your usual favorites might not make the list. Hi everybody, and welcome back to the VPN Mentor channel, where we're here to make your online privacy and security make sense. Let's get into it. So what is IPv6? And more importantly, why should you even care? Well, IPv6 is the internet's upgrade. Remember when you switched from your old Nokia brick phone to a shiny new smartphone? Well, suddenly everything was faster, smoother, and let's be honest, just cooler across the board. IPv6 is that upgrade for the internet. IPv4, the old system, has been the backbone of the internet for decades at this point, but we're running out of room, literally. There are only so many IP addresses to go around, and with every smart device, streaming box, and Wi-Fi connected toaster, we're pretty much at our limits. Well, that's where IPv6 comes in to save the day. It's bigger, better, and offers a practically endless supply of unique IP addresses. Think of it as a massive virtual neighborhood where every device gets its own house. No more sharing, no more overcrowding. But here's the catch, because there's always a catch, right? With great power comes great privacy risks. IPv6 is still rolling out, and most VPNs, well, they're just not ready for it. Some ignore IPv6 traffic altogether, while others accidentally leak your real IP addresses, which kind of defeats the whole point of using a VPN. And if that happens, hackers, ISPs, and anyone with bad intentions could track your online activity. It's pretty much open season for the bad guys. This is why choosing a VPN with proper IPv6 support really matters. More than just about getting your IP addresses, it's about keeping your online footprint invisible to everyone except for you. Now that you know why IPv6 is such a big deal, let's talk about how most VPNs fall short and which ones actually have your back. And trust me, the usual big names might surprise you on this one. So here's where it gets serious. IPv6 sounds like the best thing ever, right? Unlimited IP addresses, it's the internet's dream upgrade. What could go wrong? Well, a lot actually. Most VPNs aren't built to handle IPv6 properly, and that's a big problem. When your VPN isn't fully ready for IPv6, it can leave you vulnerable to attackers. And when that happens, hackers, ISPs, and anyone else who is up to no good could easily see exactly what you're doing online. Not a good look. That's not great, but what's the fix? Well, easy. You need a VPN that's ready for IPv6. One that either blocks IPv6 traffic altogether or handles it without leaking. Some of the best out there, like HideMe and ProtonVPN, have figured this out wonderfully. They lock things down so nothing slips through the cracks. Now, you're probably wondering, wait, what about the big names like ExpressVPN or CyberGhost? Well, they're still awesome VPNs, don't get me wrong, but here's the thing. They don't have full IPv6 support. Instead, they do this clever workaround where they forward IPv6 traffic to IPv4. It's safe, but it's not quite the same as true IPv6 compatibility. And that's why they don't make the best IPv6 VPNs list. So yeah, if overall privacy is your thing, then those VPNs are still a great choice. But if you need real IPv6 protection, you'll want to look elsewhere. All right, so now that we've set the stage, let's get into the good stuff. Which VPNs actually have your back when it comes to IPv6? Well, spoiler alert, it's not a very long list, but the ones that made the cut, well, they're pretty solid. All right, let's start with HideMe, the MVP when it comes to IPv6 ready VPNs. First off, HideMe doesn't just block IPv6 traffic like most VPNs do. Nope, it actually secures it, meaning all your IPv6 traffic is protected right alongside your IPv4 traffic. traffic. So no leaks, no risks, no headaches. Plus it's all automatically configured, no messing around with settings. Here's where it gets interesting though. HideMe has a free plan, and before you roll your eyes, this isn't one of those free but sketchy deals. And that's perfect for casual browsing or testing it out before deciding if it's worth upgrading to a premium plan. Now let's talk about privacy. HideMe has a strict no logs policy, which means it's not tracking or storing your online activity. No breadcrumbs, no evidence, exactly what you want from a good VPN. And speeds, well, they're pretty solid as well. It's fast enough for streaming in UHD, browsing, and even torrenting without driving you nuts. Plus the app is clean, easy to navigate, and doesn't make you feel like you need an IT degree in order to use it. If you're serious about IPv6 protection, then HideMe is one of the few VPNs that actually gets this done right. No leaks, no nonsense, definitely worth checking out. If you want a more detailed breakdown of HideMe, then check out our full review video. It dives into everything you need to know. Next up is ProtonVPN. If security and privacy are non-negotiables for you, this VPN is a top contender as well. First things first, ProtonVPN fully supports IPv6. So all of your traffic, be it IPv4 or IPv6, is encrypted and protected. No leaks, no loopholes, and no compromises. I tested it myself, and the results? 0 leaks across the board with IPv6, DNS, and WebRTC. Exactly what you want to see. And because ProtonVPN runs its own secure DNS servers, your browsing data stays private. No middlemen, no third parties, just you and your connection. Performance-wise, it's also got plenty of speed. Streaming, torrenting, browsing, whatever you're into, ProtonVPN keeps up without breaking a sweat. Use its Plus servers or switch to WireGuard for even better performance. And just like HideMe, ProtonVPN also has a free plan. It's definitely limited for sure, but it's enough to get a feel for what they offer. If you're looking for more speed and access to more servers, the premium plans are definitely the way to go. Okay, but what about the app? Well, it's also very simple, intuitive, and works on all major platforms. Plus features like Secure Core, which routes your traffic through multiple servers for extra protection, and split tunneling give you the flexibility to customize your VPN experience. So if you're looking for full IPv6 support with top-notch privacy and performance, ProtonVPN is definitely a solid choice. And of course, if you want a full in-depth review of ProtonVPN, then check out our dedicated video for all the details. Okay, so now you've got your VPN set up and you're feeling pretty good about your privacy, but how do you actually know it's working? Like really working? Well, let's test it. And the easiest way to do that, use VPN Mentor's very own IP leak test. Let me show you how it's done. First up, just head to the tools page. It's really easy to use. Step 1 is to turn off your VPN. Yep, turn it off, then hit start test, and what it does is check what your connection looks like when you're not using a VPN. Once that's done, you turn your VPN back on and hit complete test, and this is where the results will roll in. And lastly, you'll want to analyze the results, and here's what you want to see. Your public IP address should match your VPN server's location. Local IP address and IPv6 address should show as not detected. If any of your real IPs, especially IPv6, are still showing, that's a serious red flag. It means your VPN isn't fully protecting your traffic, and it might be time to switch to a better option. Seriously, this test takes less than a minute, and it's the easiest way to make sure that your online activity stays private. So give it a shot, and if you spot any leaks, you know where to look for better solutions. I'll leave a link down in the description so you can give it a try. It is completely free. So there you have it, everything you need to know about IPv6, why it matters, and the best VPNs that actually handle it like a pro. Whether you're going with HideMe, ProtonVPN, or just upgrading your privacy game across the board, the important thing is that you're staying one step ahead. If you found this video to be helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more no-nonsense tips on staying secure online. Got a favorite VPN or question yourself? Well, drop that down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.